everyone, I'm Cara Delevingne. I am joined by my wonderful teacher, Colin Dunsmuir, who is in London. I am currently in LA. Obviously, of course, we're stuck at home, so we're recording this on Zoom, doing the best we can. But I'm really, really excited to be partnering with Goop and Puma for a 5-day program to exhale, which is inspired by my new collection, Exhale with Puma, which I co-created with them and co-designed. So yeah, if you want to just say hello, Colin, and kind of kick it off. I'm really, really excited. This is obviously really important to me. Yoga is one of my biggest passions, and I think at the moment it's one of the best ways we can all use and all kind of work to center ourselves and to be able to just relax and kind of find as much peace and inner happiness and tranquility as possible in these times of chaos, I would say.
Hi, Cara.
Hi, Colin.
Hi. I really like the theme exhale.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's a very, very powerful word, and it's a very interesting, and I mean interesting, concept. What does exhale mean to you? Do you mind me asking?
Yeah, well, I think obviously exhale it's got a massive relationship with breath. Obviously, it's the other side of inhalation. Exhalation to me is the kind of more interesting side because it's the space where you can really connect, where you can let go, where you can relax, where you can connect to your mind and body, and it enables you to feel and really just learn about yourself, to really help lengthen it just the parallel that it has with inhale, but it just really enables the space to really let go. And I think for right now, for everything that the world is, or everyone kind of together connecting and kind of all going through their own personal journeys, it's a really interesting space to just learn about yourself and to connect not only with yourself but with what's going on inside and outside of yourself, I suppose.
It's really, really interesting what you just said, because you've summarised so clearly that the breath is the thing that overlaps the mind and the body. It's the thing that connects our mind and our body together. You also said something else very beautiful as well, is the effect that the exhalation can have on us, which it can activate the parasympathetic nervous system. We can actually take over the respiratory system, and we can actually use it to affect our nervous system. We can use it to deal with stress, anxiety, to actually relax us, to calm us down, which is what you just said so beautifully.
Yeah, especially something that you taught me, which so many people, and what kind of learning how to communicate and learn about other people, but learning how much stress is involved in life and living, and how much to be able to take care of the nervous system and to be able to focus or learn about breath really teaches you about yourself, and learning how to slow down. And obviously now in the world, everything is kind of slowed down, but it's made us realize how stressful we make our own lives, or how stressful life can be in terms of whatever it is, the situations or work or anything else. But it's been a really interesting time of self-reflection to learn how much you can learn about yourself through breath, and especially to learn to exhale, to just pause, to take time for yourself, and to be able to take control and realize that the power you have to slow down your nervous system is so simple. It's not so simple, but you have everything that you need inside of you to be able to do those things.
So there's two big promises there. The first promise is that you'll learn about yourself when you begin to consciously breathe, which is a huge promise, because actually it means that you can discover so much about yourself through your breathing. And the next big promise is actually that you can replace the unconscious patterns that you have. And if you think about the reactions that we have in everyday life, they're unconscious patterns, and our breath takes an unconscious pattern within that. And you've got the capacity to replace that unconscious pattern with a conscious pattern. So it means that actually you've got the capacity to change your life.
Yeah, you really do. It's putting the power back in your own hands, which is, I think, a really beautiful message for the current times, for sure.
Okay, so Cara, what I'd like to do is I'd like to put together just a really simple program with you, something that everyone can do.
Yeah.
Something that highlights all the stuff that we've just spoken about with regard to exhalation. Something that we can do on a regular basis, and you can do a small amount or as much as you want, as much as you want. I mean, breathing is free. You can do it anytime. So what I'd like to do first of all is start to set up breathing. Then I'd like to for us to do some gentle movement just to begin to develop the exhalation, and then come to finish this very small practice with some breathing at the end. Would that be okay?
Yes, please. That sounds perfect.
So the first thing I'd like you to do is begin to feel what's happening in your body when you breathe in, you breathe out. So just come to close your eyes for a moment, please. And I just want you to feel what happens as you take air in through your nose and out through your nose.
Well, especially when you close your eyes, you just become aware of not only your surroundings, but what's going on in your body. So at the moment, I can feel, because I think this is my first work day back, I can feel a little bit of excitement or nervousness. Like, I definitely think there's like a little restriction in my breathing, but it's also, the more you begin to breathe, you can feel the ability of being able to lengthen the breath, especially with the exhale, to find a pause within it.
So now can I ask you to place your hands onto your abdomen? Is that okay? And just close your eyes again. What I'd like you to do, if this is okay, is again, take air in through your nose. So you're breathing in through your nose. And as you breathe in, I'd just like you to just, on your breath in, feel that you're expanding, you're blowing out the abdomen. So like a balloon, you're just expanding it outwards as you breathe in. And then in your breath out, just like you're contracting this balloon, this abdomen in. See, breathing needs work. It means that we've got to work with all of the accessory muscles that help with the breathing process so that we can develop breath. And so by starting here, just getting the movement into the abdomen, we're just starting to help the whole body to breathe. It affects the organs, it affects the spine. And you can see what happens as you exhale by drawing the abdomen in. You start to create a toning just on the abdomen. How did that feel?
Even within 5 breaths, you can really feel the lengthening of the breath, which is so important. I already feel a lot more relaxed and in my body and grounded almost already.
The next very interesting thing about focusing on your breath is that it takes you out of your mind. Okay, can you place your hands onto your ribs now? So the next area that helps with regard to breathing is this movement of the ribs, this whole area there, if we can move this. So what I'd like you to do is connect the ribs with the abdomen. So as you breathe in through the nose, you'll take air in through the nose, so inhale through the nose, just get the ribs expanding outwards and the abdomen moving out. So there becomes a connection between these 2 points as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, the abdomen moving in and also ribs moving in. Just take a couple more breaths in this way, please. How did that feel?
you get a real sense of appreciation for your body as well. You know, with how hard we are on ourselves and how much judgment anyone holds on themselves. It's really interesting to be able to just close your eyes and really appreciate the way that your body works and how lucky we are to have that. You know, it's an incredible instrument tool, but it's really a beautiful thing. It really shows you the capacity that each person has within them. It's really special. I'm getting emotional. It's nice. And even when I open my eyes, even just after breathing, everything just looks brighter and different. It's really nice how quickly you can change your thought pattern or mindset within a short period of time just through breathing.
Can you place one hand on the top of your chest, the other hand on your abdomen, please? Okay. Now, as you breathe in through your nose, your jaw soft, tongue touching the roof of your mouth. As you breathe in, just get an expansion across the top of the chest, outward to the ribs at the sides, and then let the abdomen just expand a touch. So there becomes a connection as you breathe in from the top of the body right the way down to the bottom of the body. And now as you breathe out, your lower abdomen moving inwards, ribs moving in, and your chest falling. So there's a connection from the lower part of the body upwards. Just take a few more breaths in this way, please, so that you're just feeling, you're using your breath in to feel, to expand. And then as you breathe out, keep the consistency of your breath out as your abdomen moves in, ribs move in, and chest falls. So there's a consistency, a smoothness within your breath. Just take a couple more breaths in this way, please. Using your breath in to connect the top of your body with the bottom of your body, and your breath out to connect the bottom of your body with the top of your body. How did that feel?
It was interesting because I was kind of reflecting on the word which you used in the beginning of that, which was consistency. To be able to remain aware and open and kind of fluid, but also consistent is such an amazing word to use. And my computer just went off, but it was funny because I knew the thing that popped up and it said, "Be clear and take control," which is just funny because that's a reminder that I have on my computer every day. But yeah, it felt, you can feel things popping up in your mind, but you get an ability, it's easier to be able to just kind of nip them and kind of allow those thoughts to come up, but then for them to just kind of wash away. So again, allowing that space to kind of relax and that exhalation to be able to let go is really important.
The consistency is important, and what I'd like to do is now examine consistency at the beginning, middle, and end of your breath. I'd like you to use arm movement if that's okay. So I'd like you to begin to breathe in and begin to raise your arms up into the air, taking them up over your head. Just pause for a moment at the end and then begin to exhale. Begin to lower the arms back down, keeping the consistency in your breath, finishing your movement and just pausing at the end. You can do this with the eyes closed, but keep a focus on the consistency of the breath at the beginning, the middle and the end, because the breath is teaching you, it's teaching you about yourself, and you're using it to replace the unconscious pattern of your normal breathing. And create a pause either side at the beginning of the exhale and the end of the exhale. So frame it with some space. What was your experience?
It was just in the first few breaths, I could feel myself being able to just slow down. Being able to connect one's breath to their body movement, to be able to connect your breath to your body movement. And really finding what you said is in the pause between the middle, beginning and end, the pause in between, being able to lengthen that. And it reflects in the body movement to just see how much you can just slow down your breath.
So the power is in the exhale.
It's the power of the exhale, exactly.
So I have an idea. Let's take this concept and idea into a few movements. Remember that if you can breathe, you will never hurt your body. And breath will actually protect your body.
Yes.
That makes sense?
Total sense, yeah. It's very, very true.
So can you come onto your hands and knees, please? So just onto your hands and knees, just in this way. So hands just a little further forwards than your shoulders, and just onto your knees here. And come to close your eyes. Take a breath in here in exactly the same way as you did before. So breathe in, chest, ribs, abdomen. And then begin to breathe out, abdomen moving in, move backwards to take your bottom towards your heels. So remember that you're using the movement to aid the breathing, and then begin to breathe in to come back up onto your hands and knees, please. So the movement is there to aid the breathing and the development of your breath. So exhale back, just take some time. So you've got the consistency, and use the movement to develop the breath. And make sure that as you move, you protect your breath. And breathe in back up onto your hands and knees again. Just once more, please. Great. Come up to stand. How did that feel?
Already in the beginning, I was going so quickly, like I was going so fast. It's so funny. But you really realize how much you can be in your head and be overthinking things, but just how something so simple within one movement can teach you so much. And what you said before is in using the breath to connect to the body, but also to be able to protect yourself. It's fascinating. It really is.
I'd like to take this concept again into a forward bend. So yeah, we can go sideways. So I'd like to take this concept into a forward bend. So exactly the same.
Yeah.
So begin to breathe in and begin to raise your arms above your head. And then slow your breath down as you fold forwards towards the ground. So as you breathe out, just keep the smoothness of your breath as you fold forwards and move down towards the ground. So smoothness of your breath as you move down. And then as you breathe in, coming back up, keep the consistency of your breath as you move back up again. And then finishing what you start, begin to exhale, lower your arms back down, and just finish exactly what you started. Brilliant. And repeat just once more. So again, your breath will protect you, and you're using the movement to develop your breathing. On the exhale, as you come forwards, a consistency at the beginning, the middle, and the end as you come forwards and down. A small pause at the end. And then begin to breathe in, begin to lift your arms to lift yourself back up again. So the arms lift the chest, pressing your feet down to move all the way back up. And then breath out, lower arms back down. So you finish what you start. Okay. Brilliant. How did that feel?
you really begin to learn things about your own body, where you hold tension, where you hold yourself within your feet, how everything is related, how you use every part of your body, every muscle to do something so simple. It also just reminded me I could feel so much tension within my shoulders and my neck, which is where so many people hold tension and stress, and also in the lower back. But being able to just kind of release that as you breathe, especially when you exhale, was really nice.
Let's turn to face me, is that okay?
Yes.
Step your feet nice and wide, so nice wide feet. A little wider. Come to turn and rotate your right foot, so you turn your right foot just out to the side a little. Press between both of your feet. Take a breath out. Begin to breathe in, raise both of your arms out to the sides. And then begin to breathe out, bring the opposite hand, the left hand, across the body towards either the leg, the lower leg, the ankle, foot, or the ground, wherever you choose. Now just take a breath here, a breath in. Use a breath in to expand the body, just to actually give an expansion through your body. And then use your breath out to allow your body to change. So it's the exhale that allows your body to change. One more breath here, please. So your inhalation expands, and then you're using your exhale to change. Now as you breathe in, slowly press between your feet to make your way back up, both of your arms out to the sides. And then we'll go to the other side. So turn the foot in, turn the other foot out, and just keeping a nice consistency in your breath. Use the movement to develop your exhale as you move across the body and come down. Perfect. Here in this position, you've got the stability of your body. Breathe in with consistency. So there's an expansion in your chest, your ribs, your abdomen. And then use your breath out, the smoothness of your breath out, to change things. Take one more breath here, please. When you're ready to breathe in, press between both of your feet, lift your chest and raise yourself back up. Remember, you're protecting your breath as you move, so there's this consistency. And finish what you start by breathing out and lowering your arms back down, please. Turn your foot in, your left foot in, turn the right foot out to the other side. And this time, same hand onto the same leg. Begin to breathe in, take both of your arms out. On your breath out, take the right hand down onto the right leg. You can take it as little or as much as you wish. So wherever you wish to go to, it's completely fine. There's no rules apart from breath. No rule apart from breath. Lift the head a touch and just take 2 breaths here, using your inhalation to expand the side of the body and a smoothness in your exhalation. But all the time, your breath is teaching you, if you go too far with the body, your breath becomes short and troubled. If you're in a comfortable, stable place, breathe in, come back out, please. Breathe in, out, lift up. Good. And then breathe out, turn your feet, and move straight down the other side. Perfect. So, your breath teaches you, have you pushed too far? Or can you keep the smoothness and the consistency? And then when you're ready to come back out, press between the feet, breathe in, come all the way back up. And finishing, breathe out, lower your arms back down, turn your foot up and just step both of your feet together for a moment, please. Ooh. How did that feel?
It's always with me when I do, this is a personal thing, but whenever I do the kind of twisting or the things on the side, it brings up a lot for me. Again, because through the breath and through these movements, it teaches you a lot about the relationship you have with yourself and how, whether you question yourself or whether you push yourself too far. Because for me as well, I could feel in the body that I was already trying to push myself too far because I could feel the restriction in breath, and then also question it. But it was also very interesting because, especially with the first twisting one, within that first exhale, the first one you take, you can really relax into the movement, and just it allows you to push yourself further. Is that the right way to say it? Or
it allows your body to change
yes.
because you've made friends with your body.
Yes, not push yourself further, that was the wrong word to use.
If I push myself, if I push hard, my body pushes back against me.
Exactly, that's kind of what happened to me on the second one. But yeah, it always, because I think it has something to do a lot with twisting in the abdomen, it brings things up, but good things, but just, again, lessons about yourself and kind of, again, the relationship you have and learning, and especially with what to do better, not better next time. I keep saying things like trying to push yourself will be better, but more just to be better to yourself, improve the relationship with yourself, and just teach yourself about your own body. And yeah,
it's interesting. Can you see how within just these aspects of exhale, all this thing comes up
so much?
So this is really interesting. It's so interesting, and that's how powerful exhale is. Let's do a forward bend. So just one forward bend. So take your feet nice and wide, both feet pointing straight forwards. Here, I'd like you to really put the emphasis on lengthening the exhale just a little more.
Okay.
Just a little more exhale. So begin to breathe in. Begin to raise your arms above your head. Begin to breathe out, begin to fold forward. So just take your time. You can bend your legs if you wish. Remember that your body's teaching you, so as you move. And if you need to adjust, you adjust your body. Just take a breath here. So take a breath in here. And then take a breath out here. Now, breathe in, lift your chest, and lift yourself all the way back up. Perfect. And then breathe out, lower your arms back down. Brilliant. Can you step both of your feet together again, please? How did that feel with the emphasis on the exhale?
To lengthen it. When you focus more on the exhale, it's just when you can kind of focus on that and lengthening that, it then changes the relationship with the inhale, which causing both of those things, it just enables you more to be able to relax, I think. Or just makes it easier to lengthen the breath, which is kind of ultimately the goal. And straight away when I focus on the exhale, I could feel myself holding tension in my jaw, which then automatically released itself when I was able to, it just was easier to kind of, it just helps you to remove all this tension depending on where that is in your body, because everyone's different. But I really felt that change for sure.
What I'd like to do is could you come to sit down, please? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Just place one hand on your abdomen, one hand just onto your chest again, and come to close your eyes. Just take 6 breaths here. And your only focus is to direct your breath, not to control it. To allow yourself to breathe in and allow yourself to breathe out. To keep a consistency at the beginning, the middle, and the end of your breath in, and this smooth consistency right the way through your breath out, and with a pause at the end. How do you feel?
For the short amount of time that we had, the difference between when I started and now when I finished is incredible. Really how much you can change with such a small amount of time and practice, and really reflect on so many things, especially what you just said, like not trying to control the breath, but to direct it, to direct where you want to go, where you want to, how you can just really be in not control, but being able to just change so much or learn so much about yourself in a short period of time with something as simple as that practice. You know, and when I say simple, it can change so much, just simple, and how just within something that can seem so small can change so much, so much. And really it's so interesting because we've known each other for now, 10 years, I think, and how much yoga, especially in this practice, has completely changed my life and where I would be without it. It's just crazy. I don't even know. But I really thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. And just to be able to show people how much they can change or learn about themselves through something so simple, almost, not having to kind of push yourself too far or overthink things too much, by just wanting to learn about yourself and really how much people can change or change what they thought they couldn't. The capacity, show people the capacity that they have within.
It really can help when we're in difficult situations.
Yes.
You know, it really can. And I think that's the most powerful thing that we've got.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that for sure.
Cara, it's so nice to see you again. I miss you so much, and I look forward to seeing you when we're able to see each other again.
When we're able to see each other, exactly. Yeah, so thank you everyone who's tuned in. And again, this is the beginning of a 5-day program. Check in soon. This is me and Colin kicking it off. But yeah, thank you so much.